A 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys, let's talk about Get Up and Go Blues. Now, a quick note about my video. If you found the video too quick to play with, you can always adjust the video settings in YouTube and slow the video down. Conversely, if you're very good at it and you want to play it faster and with me, then speed the video up. I played it at quarter note equals 100 where this piece was written. Okay, just to start off, let's talk about the left hand. Now the left hand is doing this 5th, 6th motion. 5th and 6th, 5th, 6th, in the key of C, right? This is a C chord. All right, now it follows a typical blues form. Now in the blues, if you look at any video with the blues, there's only 3 chords really in the simple blues, which is a 1 chord, right? And then you go to the 4 chord. So it's really simple. You just count up 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 chord of C is an F chord. Okay? And it goes back to the C chord. And then you're going to go to the 5 chord. So you have a 5 chord, and then a 4 chord, and then a 1 chord to finish the thing off, right? So it's 1 for mini measures, and then 4, back to 1, 5, 4, 1. Okay? So that is your typical blues form. Now this 5th, 6th pattern is going to go over that form. So you have a choice. You can do the fingerings that are marked, which is 5, 2 to 1, 5. Playing the 5th with your 2nd finger. Now if you find that a little bit confusing and maybe difficult, it's perfectly fine to go just with your thumb. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, everything. Okay, I'm just doing what was written in the music. Okay, so we start on that C chord. Now practice doing the 5th, 6th on the C, and practice switching. We're gonna go to F, just for 2 measures. Go back to 1 chord. Go 5 chord for 1 measure, then 4 chord, back to 1 chord. Okay, now at the very end of this piece, right, you'll notice that there are some accidentals, right, and it's not as hard as it looks. All right, it's basically the 1 chord, but both notes have a sharp. So remember, sharps go up a half tone, which is on the keyboard to the right, okay? 1 tone to the right. So you're playing C sharp, G sharp, all right? So it's keep that 5th shape, all right? And then you see these other symbols. If you're not familiar with that, those are natural symbols, okay? And that just means go back to the normal keys, all right? Back to the white keys. So C and G, okay? And you might notice, 2nd to last bar, there's a lot of markings there. You have this little squiggly line. That means to roll your chord. Now normally there's a lot more notes than 2 notes to play when one of those lines are written, but so don't play those notes at the same time. You want to go roll it. And roll it with the upper note, which happens to be B flat. Like that, all right? Don't roll it too slowly because it sounds weird. All right? Something like that. And that's the end. And you can use your pedal at the end if you like, okay? And hold the last note for as long as you like, because there's a fermata written there, okay? Okay, looking at the right hand to Get Up and Go Blues, we're going to start in position A minor, and there's going to be a cross. Okay, so please play this with a closed hands position and not an open hand position. It's a little bit safer to stay with a closed hand position. So you're going to go 5, 5, 4, 3, 1, and cross the second finger over to play the last note, which is a G. Okay, and then come back to your A position to play the rest of it. All right, now look what happens. There's a flat. Don't change positions, just change where your fifth finger is, which is now on E flat. And we're going to cross again to 2 for the G. All right, so basically it's the same thing as the beginning, measure 3, except with a flat in E flat. And then you're going to come back and measure 9. Notice that's the same as measure 5, so always start on your fifth finger. We're always playing from A position. Position A minor, okay? That position. And that position will serve us all the way until measure 11, okay? And then measure 11, we're going to start fourth finger on F sharp. Now that may be a little bit hard, right? So you have two accidentals there. You have F sharp and E flat. So those grace notes there, just play just before the beat, and then E flat. So basically a C minor position, but with an F sharp, okay? And then stay in position, because now, after that, in measure 12, you're no longer playing F sharp, you're playing F natural, but you keep the E flat. And we're gonna cross our second finger to B flat, all right? Let's try that again. From the F in measure 12. Crossing the second finger to B flat, and you're going to find a new position, which happens to be A position again. All right, and here you have to extend your thumb a little bit just to play that G. Okay, so let's try from measure 11 one more time, just looking at it here. This is the hard part, starting on an F sharp, grace notes. And then E flat, right? Now F natural. Crossing the second. And then we're going to extend our thumb. Okay? And then you just have to play down your fingers and play B flat there, so. And then the octave. Okay? And that's the entire right hand. All right? Now, one little note is I am playing this with a swing. I'm not 100% certain that that's what the composer wanted, but normally you play swing to the blues. It did say rhythm to be played strictly as written at the top of the page. What he means by that, I'm not sure. Okay, but you can play this with straight eighths if you like, or play it with a swing. I don't really believe it's going to affect the score that much. Either way. Okay, and what is swing? Swing is when we see eighth notes, right? That the first one is a little bit longer than the second one. Okay, when you see a pair of two eighth notes. Okay, they call it in French ternaire, which means to think in always in groups of 3. So you have to think in groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, and the eighth note that is on the end of the beat. Well, the eighth note that's on the beat gets the first two notes of the triplet, and the eighth note on the end of the beat gets the third note of the triplet. So it's the quicker one, right? So looking at our example, in measure 12, we will be applying the swing rhythm to those eighth notes, okay? I will be counting in sets of 3. Here we go. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So now we come to the real challenge of this piece, which is putting the hands together, okay? So although it seems very simple, it can be a little bit discombobulating or confusing for students to put the hands together and stay in time. So what I would advise you at the beginning is just try and get the order of hands at least in the right order, so that you're not playing too many left hand notes or too few left hand notes to the right hand. So for example, in measure 3, that you just go very slowly. Super slow. So that you're just making sure that the coordination is correct. Okay, you do something like that at the very beginning, okay? And you have to repeat that many, many times if you find this difficult. Not everyone finds it difficult, but most people find it a little bit difficult, all right? And with time, you can start speeding that up. And if you find it really difficult and you're unable to keep it very, very, very steady in the left hand, then just get the coordination at the beginning together, all right? Don't put too many left hand notes in. You want the notes, the hands to line up when they should line up, and just to make sure the hands are playing in the right order, okay? Then, when you feel comfortable, more comfortable with that, then try to keep the left hand steady as you do it and fit the right hand into the left hand. Now, the hard part, obviously, is going to be measure 12. So, measure 12. Because you have all these changes as well. Okay, there were 3 different harmonies that I played. I played the 5 chord, the 4 chord, and then the 1 chord, the 5-4-1 turnaround. And to fit that in with the right hand melody can be challenging. Just do that exact same strategy. Go super duper slow. Make sure you're playing the hands together in the right order. Don't add left hand notes or play too few left hand notes, and make sure you're changing to the new tonality, the new chord at the right moment. All right, go as slow as you need to go before you speed it up, okay? Then when you feel more comfortable with it, try and play this all with my demonstration video to make sure you're staying in time, okay? Have fun with this, and good luck. See you in the next video. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking on that like button and subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.